Now 2020s is the era of the Gen Z, like the 2010s was the generation of millennials. And of course this is gonna flow through the internet. As a fellow Gen Z myself, I see this generation as the extremist generation. These people are either very deep onto something or they would not even try at all. Obviously this statement is gonna differ from people to people, but this is my perception of Gen Z and I kinda like it. The culture is very extreme for sure. Let me give you an example. Nobody is going to understand Gen Z slangs other than Gen Z, and that says something. Our slangs are just so unfamiliar to older generations that they wouldn't even guess what that word means. This happened mostly because of the internet culture as well. Now why I said Gen Z is the extremist generation, because they speak their mind and they don't care about the consequences, and it could be because of the internet. These people would not survive in any other time period other than this because of the way they speak and act. They genuinely do not care. And I love that. I watched millennials as a kid and they are so fake, inauthentic, and they pretend so much that it's actually disgusting. Yes, Gen Z pretend as well, but they are also very authentic even if they are extremist. They are either the most degenerate people in the world or the most moral people in the world. There's no in between, and this flows into whatever creative or non-creative work they do. Internet is definitely a big part of Gen Z. Gen Z is chronically online and their slangs and culture is chronically online. But is it a bad thing though? For most people, yes, but everything is bad for most people. Gen Z has the highest amount of ADHD compared to older generations, and personally, I think I have some ADHD as well. But I think a small amount of ADHD helps me browse through the bullshit and focus on what is actually better and worth it. It also helps me consume heavy amount of creative media, so I can get inspired and create something that is actually useful to people. Also, there is the massive boom of weightlifting and gym culture in the mid-2022, and not just a regular lifting and fitness boom. It's the most Greek god physique while pushing the most godly amount of weight while taking steroids and shortening your lifespan. Yes, the most extreme kind. It's not just regular health and fitness. It's who can look like an Olympian god and bench 315 pounds at the same time. Now, obviously most people would not participate in this, but this became the staple of the internet, so you gotta do it if you don't want your reputation to be shattered by your fat stomach. Most people at least go to the gym and work out just to fit in, and that's a good thing. Some people though, took this extreme challenge of a bodybuilder and they do wanted to look like God himself. They did that and posted themselves on the internet, and they became idols, further spreading this extreme fitness lifestyle. And I am enjoying this very much. Now I can make fun of the fat people openly while looking like a Greek god. You cannot do this in the millennial generation, by the way. I was fat before, and now I am jacked and smart. Sorry if my Gen Z slangs slip out in this video. I am trying not to. What this extreme bodybuilder boom is gonna do is it's gonna make people be fit, and it's gonna make people fit in a very large amount, because if the normal 17-year-old teenager looks like a Mr. Olympia candidate, then at least most people feel the need to fit in, so they are gonna do the bare minimum to lose fat or bulk up or to lift weight. It looks toxic and hellish from the outside, but it's probably the best thing that could have happened to humanity in the present time period. And also, if you are fat, you have no idea about your body facial genetics. You could have the best genetics in the world for breeding, but you would not know because of the fat. I was fat before, but I was very good looking since I was born, perks of having beautiful parents, but when I got fat my facial look slowly faded away. I was anxious and life is pretty boring and purposeless. This Gen Z culture saved me though, after spending some time on the internet. I started working out consistently. Fast forward 1.5 years later, I lost over 30 kilograms of weight, had a massive glow up to the point where my friends from before the glow up got shocked after seeing me. I literally looked so different in an extremely seductive and attractive way, the reactions was worth watching. Also, I found out I can put muscle way faster than most people. I have elite level genetics both facial and physically. I look like Brad Pitt in the 90s himself. And now I am a playboy narcissist. I am joking. I am in a stable long-term relationship. And I could not have experienced all this without this Gen Z culture, so I am really grateful for that. You too might have elite level genetics, but you would not know because of the FAT.SO. Now we know that Gen Z, with all its flaws, they are at least not lazy. Are there many things wrong with Generation Z? Of course there is. I am not out here glorifying Generation Z, but what I am telling you is that they are more creative and passionate in what they do. They are two extremes of a spectrum. There is also a big boom happening to improve your looks and sex appeal in general. They call that looks maxing. So they are improving themselves facial as well as physically in chance of getting mates and producing healthy children and making the overall population healthy. This is also the generation of thinkers. They question a lot of political and religious beliefs that the previous generation didn't. Talks and channels about philosophy and psychology starts getting more and more attention. People are trying to do everything efficiently. Also, there are people in this generation who don't care about anything and they are destroying their life by doing various things like taking a lots of fatal substance, partying, drinking alcohol, and hedonism in general is an all-time high as well. Alright, that's it for this video. I'll see you soon. Like and subscribe. Bye.